Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Aulliya Rindang Krisnaldi. My student number is IKO3012788. Today we will exploring children's literature and family context, fostering empathy and inclusion in early childhood education. Introduction. Children's literature is a highly effective resource in early childhood education. It provides a hands-on approach for educators to teach young children about the complex social world in which they live. Books provide a safe environment where children can explore differences, develop empathy, and make sense of family structure that may be different from their own. Teachers in modern early childhood settings have a duty to provide learning contexts that are inclusive of the diversity of all families. The paper discusses two popular picture books written by Mem Fox, Whoever You Are 1997 and I'm Australian to 2017. The report will examine the core themes of these theories and consider how these stories can be used in the classroom to facilitate children's learning. Important developmental theories of Vygotsky, Piaget, Erikson, Skinner, Bronfenbrenner, Montessori, Gardner, and Brunner are used to support the discussion. In addition, this report will be aligned with the guidance of the Australian Children's Education and Care Quality Authority, ASIQA 2018, and the Early Years Learning Framework, ASIQA 2022, to demonstrate ways to respond to the current context of families. Dominant discourse for the book Whoever You Are by Mem Fox 1997 is a story that emphasizes universal equality among human beings. The book recognizes that there are different people and living patterns throughout the world. They identify visual and geographical differences, stating that the skin, home, and school of children might be different. But the central idea of the story is that although these external things are different, all humans have the same internal emotional experiences. The story emphasizes the fact that happiness, love, sadness, and pain are universal emotions. The book's breakdown of human connection to simple emotion like smiling or crying make it easy for young children to grasp empathy. This message connects strongly to Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development. According to Arthur et al. 2020, young children may be in a pre-operational stage whereby thinking is likely to be egocentric. They understand the world mainly from their own viewpoint. Whoever You Are by Mem Fox 1997 is a story with a clear visual narrative that allows children to develop new mental schema. It helps them to learn that other children as well, even those very distant, experience the same feeling they do. Further, this book follows the psychosocial theory of Erik Erikson. In early childhood, according to Arthur et al. 2020, children are in the period of developing autonomy and initiative and trying to find out their identity. Children are supported in their sense of security, in who they are, and with respect for others when a book is read to them that validates all identities as equal and important. Dominant discourse for the book I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, has a global focus. I'm Australian Too, taking a detailed look at national identity and multiculturalism in Australia. Here, the prevailing narrative is one of celebrating immigration and multiple backgrounds. The story starts with an acknowledgement of First Nations people and that their family has been here for a long time. It then passes through various migratory cycles and picks up characters from countries such as Italy, Greece, Lebanon, Vietnam, and Somalia. The book described the reasons of families moving, including war, safety, and better life. It is not about where one is born, but about joining together to share this country is the main message. This story is a good example of Yuri Bernfern-Brenner ecological system theory. According to Grace Townley and Woodrow 2022, Bernfern-Brenner emphasized that the child's immediate family context or microsystem as well as wider societal norms or macrosystem all affect the child's development. I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, is a teaching aid that brings the classroom to life. It introduced the children in an understandable manner that the macro system of Australia multiculturalism. According to Arthur et al. 2020, the story also aligned with Lev Vygotsky's sociocultural theory that learning is a process of social interaction. As educators, read this book and talk with the children. They are scaffolding children's understanding of more complicated social concepts such as immigration and community belonging. Teaching application, the learning environment. The physical classroom setting needs to reflect the inclusive message of books to be used effectively. The classroom should be prepared carefully, according to the theory of Maria Montessori, which is to facilitate independent learning and respect for the world. The reading space should be cozy and include objects from various parts of the world, such as map, globes, photographs of various housing types. Teachers need to also offer teaching resources that reflect diversity. This includes dolls of different skin tones, clothes from a variety of different cultures in the dramatic play area, and art material of a variety of skin colored crayon. If these are present in the environment in a natural way, it demonstrates to children that diversity is a normal and accepted aspect of daily living. According to a CQA 2018, this reflects the national quality standard, in particular Quality Area 6, which is collaborative partnership with the families and communities. Next, teaching application, planned learning experiences. Specific activities can be planned to support children's learning using these books. According to Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, children learn in many ways and activities need to be varied. After reading I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, teachers can arrange an activity for a special and interpersonal learner where they create maps. Children can collaborate and mark on a big world map the places the characters in the book originated from. According to a CQA 2022, children can also make a mark on where their own families came from if families feel comfortable in sharing. This activity is directly linked to the early years learning framework EY outcome 2. Children are connected with and contribute to their world. For Whoever You Are, written by Mem Fox 1997, educators can use Jerome Bruner's idea about scaffolding learning to run emotional literacy activities. Children can observe themselves in the mirror and make a happy, sad, or hurt faces and draw these faces. They learn the message of the book, smile and cry through physical and visual activity. According to a CEQA 2022, it aligns with EY Life Outcome 1, which is children have a strong sense of identity and emotional regulation. Next is the role of the teacher. According to Arthur et al. 2020, the educator is an integral part to the process of helping children to understand these stories. Positive reinforcement is a fundamental aspect of B.F. Skinner's behaviorist theory. The teacher should praise and encourage children use their kind language, empathy, and including others in their play when they have read these books. The teacher will also serve as a facilitator during reading time. The educator should not only read the words but also stop and ask an open ended question. They can ask, for instance, how do you think the boy felt when he had to leave his home? Or why is it nice to have friends from different places? This strategy for questioning aids children to think deeply and to make meaning from the text. In addition, the educators need to demonstrate respect and inclusion in their practice by being responsive to all children as outlined in a CEQA 2024 guidelines, equity, and high expectation. Next, contemporary family context, economic and social. Early childhood educators interact with families of diverse background. Understanding of how this book can support the inclusion of children who are experiencing certain challenges is essential. According to Grace and Baird 2022, for many modern families, economic hardship, poverty, and housing insecurity are a reality. The books don't discuss money specifically, but whoever you are, written by Mem Fox 1997, says that houses can be very different. This is a good opportunity to discuss with educators that families can live in many different types of housing, such as apartment, a share home, or temporary housing. The teacher needs to be sensitive towards ensuring children do not feel guilty about their residential circumstances. The teacher needs to be aware that a project that asks children to bring items from home, for example, does not have to involve spending money or burdening parents who are financially difficulties. Consider another context, social isolation. According to Wong, Hayes, and Wise 2017, families may be geographically or socially isolated, either in rural areas or the absence of community support. I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, is a discussion about communities and strangers. This theme can be used to teach social isolation children that they are part of the classroom community, which is an extended family unit where is safe and welcoming. Contemporary family context, cultural and health. I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, is based on cultural diversity, including the experiences of First Nation, immigrants, and refugees. If a child has just come from a family as refugees to a new country, it is very comforting to hear their story told gently in a book. This makes them feel noticed. The book is a simple explanation of the refugee experience for the other children, fostering their early empathy. Teachers should adjust their practice and understand the culture of the families they serve. Educators should engage families in sharing their tradition but should never ask a child to represent their entire culture. A CEQA 2024 information sheet cultural responsiveness. According to Lawrence Brooker and Dodds 2020, sensitive teaching are also needed in the context of health and well-being issues, including mental illness, disability, and addiction in parents. Children who live in these circumstances can suffer from stress or trauma in the home. I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, is a film about Australia where broken hearts can mend and can be starting point to discuss healing and feeling safe. Teachers should adopt a trauma informed approach to their work. This means ensuring that the classroom is predictable and calm. The educators create a quiet space for the child when they are upset to calm down. According to McMahon and Grace 2020, it is very important to build strong, respectful relationship with these families as it is important that the parents feel supported and not judged by the early childhood service. In conclusion, finally, children's literature is an effective means of teaching young children about the world and the people in it. Books such as Whoever You Are, written by Mem Fox 1997, and I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox 2017, tell a good story. They provide a foundation for talking about fairness, identity, and empathy. This association of these books into the theories of Piaget, Vygotsky, Erikson, and Bronfenbrenner enables educators to plan activities that truly contribute to children's cognitive and social development. Additionally, teachers can make their classroom a place that welcomes children by having the early years learning framework and the national quality standard in mind. If educators grasp the context of the families in their current setting, whether in relation to finances, culture, or wealth, they can tailor their practices to meet the needs of each individual child. Through literature, teachers can develop a generation of children who could feel for others and appreciate the diversity of families in their community. Thank you so much for your attention and have a good day.